everyone, it's Peter from Walking Tennis Association, and for this video we're going to be trying to look at the skill of walking. So our ability to ambulate and walk, get ourselves around is critical for our health and fitness, but also our mental well-being. So we must do all that we can to maintain our ability to get ourselves around, self-power ourselves. One of the best exercises is actually really breaking down the walking gait to its small parts, but doing that slowly. And I refer to it as Tai Chi walking, mostly because of its slowness. So you might position yourselves on, if you're on a tennis court, on opposite tram lines, and you might just walk across the width of the court a couple of times, or if you're doing this at home, then across your living room or hallway. Some people will find this very challenging because it's going to really require you to stay coordinated, balanced, and maintain some strength in the legs, especially when you go into the single stance phase. So firstly, we will start off, we think about inhale, exhale, engage pelvic floor. Our arms are held loosely to the side of us. And remember, our arms and legs work in a diagonal pattern, so really look for that as well. So from this, the first starting position, we're going to be looking to raise one foot off the floor. So we're going to go into single leg stance. If I'm raising my right leg, I'm going to be thinking about moving my left arm forwards. So we just want to be raising it sufficiently as if we were walking. So we're not really looking for too high a lift. So from that position, just raising into here. Okay? And then from this position here, we're going to go into that heel contact or heel strike. And we're looking again to hold each phase of that walk before we move on to the other one. So we want to be balanced before we even consider moving on to the next phase. So from this heel contact, we're now going to be rolling forward. So really think about rolling and being in contact with the whole of the floor under the foot. And we're going to now, from this, we're going to have our heel flat into here, and we're going to have our foot flat into here. The next phase is that as we go in, we start to get this heel lift off the back foot. So this heel lift off the back foot. And what we're again important to consider is that do you have sufficient flexion in the toes? Is there sufficient flexibility in the toes for you to get into that push-off phase? Yeah? So from this position here, you're going to be pushing off the toes. You go into single leg on the opposite side. So like I said, you're going to be really ensuring that each stage of this Tai Chi walking, or each stage of the gait, is held until you are fully balanced before you move on to the next one. It's surprisingly difficult, even for skilled people. So be patient and try to build that skill into it. After you've done the Tai Chi walking, then you might encourage them just to do a little bit of normal speed walking, but being a little bit more mindful of all those different stages of the walking gait that they've just become aware of. So I hope you found that useful, and that you find it's an integral part of the walking tennis program, and that over time your skills and the skills of your players will improve, and you'll see some improvement in them. If you have any questions, then more than welcome to ask us, and we'll be more than happy to